Hi guys, my name is Rich. I'm the founder of China Admissions, and we are an online platform for international students to apply to Chinese universities. Ever since 2020, when the coronavirus outbreak happened, students have been shut outside of China and not been able to come back, with the exception of Korean students who've been able to come back in 2020. So I gave an update on the China Admissions channel in January about when we expect international students to come back. And I also want to share a more recent update about what is happening in China and when we expect international students to come back. So firstly, it's been so difficult for international students who are not able to come back to China, and I totally understand what it's like. There's so many students who have difficult situations, and like, for example, their friends, any relationships, people are just so far apart. And it's so difficult to be doing work if you're studying online and maybe the internet in your country is not good, or you need to be doing lab.
上网课呢，这学期我在上交大上学，但是我现在还在法国。法国现在晚上11点，我明天早上8点开始上课，或者应该说2个小时以后开始上课。好了，说完了，我快去睡觉了。
It's been really difficult for many students, especially with the coronavirus happening in your country, and then you see that China is very safe and there's not many cases in China, so it makes students really want to come back to China. So firstly I need to explain, when do I expect international students to come back? And it's basically going to be depending on two things. The first is how serious the coronavirus situation is all around the world and in China. And the second is the vaccination rates and how many people are vaccinated. So I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is that recently in China the vaccinations have been rapidly accelerating, and there's almost 800 million vaccinations. This is the number of shots, not the total people vaccinated. So according to this graph, then the vaccination rate in China should be completed within a few months, which is a very, very good news. But the bad news is that the coronavirus situation all around the world is still going on, and in places like India and Brazil, there are still a lot of cases. So when students can come back depends on these two factors, and they're going in opposite directions. There's more cases outside China, and the vaccinations are accelerating within China. So how do we know when students are going to come back? It's very difficult to tell because the situation is very uncertain. So there's a few different possibilities of what's going to happen, but in my personal opinion, I think that the coronavirus is here to stay in the long term. Based on what I've read about the coronavirus situation, it seems like it's not going to be totally eradicated anytime soon. It's likely to continue long into the future and may never be eradicated. And it may become like a seasonal flu that we get every year. It just becomes less severe over time, which is what happened with the Spanish flu. It just started to circulate and it became less severe. And so this is probably what will happen with this situation, but it's very hard to know. So it's really important to take the vaccinations and also have very good control of the virus, so wearing a mask and having good discipline. And it's likely that in China they're not going to open up every country in the world in one go. It's likely that they're going to open up certain countries that have less cases first and that have higher vaccination rates. So we're likely to see stages of countries being able to come back. This has already happened with Korea last year, and it's probably what's going to happen in the future. So with countries like India, it may be a long time before they can come, but other countries it may be a lot faster, where they have very high vaccination rates and low cases, for example like Israel or some other countries like that. But it's very hard to speculate, and it's very hard to control and to know what's going to happen because this situation is very unpredictable, and this is really difficult for students because how do we know what to do and how do we know what to plan? And my personal opinion is that we just have to prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and in any situation we'll be happy. So it's very hard for students who are in their home country and they can't study very well online. So we just have to try our best to take advantage of the opportunities, and there are a lot of opportunities around available for us. We can just continue to learn and just get ready, because when the situation comes back, when it goes back to the new normal, then there's going to be a lot of opportunities, and people are so ready to travel and so ready to do things. So things are going to be amazing when it comes back, and we just have to get ready and prepare for when things go back. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys who are trying to make a decision, and if you have any questions or any comments about it, then just definitely let me know in the comments below. And also, I really recommend some Chinese language programs if you want to learn Chinese in this time. And Beijing Language and Culture University has a very popular Chinese language program.
麻婆豆腐, or marketing like 麻婆豆腐.
Which is very good. This is the reality of the situation, and it's not good just to be giving positive news all the time, and it's not good to be too negative, because in reality it's mixed, it's both, and we have to accept that. So thank you for watching, and if you like this video and you want more content, then please let me know in the comments below.